framephoto.com. And they'll have all kinds of photos of tonight's game. And also you can see the photos of the Zephyrhills Free Press on Thursday. So check them out.
Good evening and welcome, Bulldog fans. We are coming to you live from Zephyrhills High School, Bulldog Stadium here in beautiful Zephyrhills, Florida. Tonight is a very special night. It's the first official game of 2015, even though the season won't start in earnest for another 3 months now. My name is Justin Altman, and let me be the first to introduce you to my color commentator and co-host tonight, Quentin Foster. Quentin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing good. Any night we got football is a good night.
Any night.
It's a beautiful day for it. And what do you think we can expect out of the Dogs here tonight?
A hard-fought game, to be honest with you. They're bringing out a new offense this year.
Okay,
I would love to see how it's going to work tonight. Defensively, they've always been tough. It always has been the Zephyrhills. So tonight, I feel like we're going to have a pretty good fight on our hand with Lake Gibson.
Lake Gibson, a very talented team. We were talking earlier about their center being a verbal commitment to Florida State already this year. So a highly talented team out of Lakeland, and the Bulldogs definitely have a challenge here in the spring game. Sometimes in the spring game, you kind of think, well, we'll just take it easy. I don't think that's going to be the kind of game we have tonight.
It's not. Like you said up front, you have a Florida State commit named Bavion Johnson on the defensive side of the ball. For them, they have a defensive tackle who offers from Alabama and Miami. But at the same time, Zephyrhills, we've never been the one with the big name, but we always put up a fight.
Well, certainly a fight's going to be necessary here tonight for the Dogs. As they will have a fight at the quarterback position, as the Dogs will have to break in a new QB1 tonight after the departures of Ty Tanner, last year's senior starter. Also Tyler Kirby gone as well, graduated. And so we'll see a little bit of Elijah McGee tonight. What do you think is the most important thing for him as we get ready to kick off here tonight?
He needs to stay composed. I mean, it's his first real live football game. The last week at the Orange and Black game, he showed himself and able to get out of the pocket. Tonight, he just needs to stay focused and keep his nerves down.
Well, we'll see how that goes in a little bit. The Bulldogs are gonna kick off here tonight. Bulldogs wearing the dark colors tonight, the dark gray jerseys and pants with white numbers with orange outline, orange hats on top. Lake Gibson will receive. They're wearing white on white. What looks like maroon numbers and gold hats here tonight. Bulldogs will be kicking left to right on your dial. We want to take just a moment and thank you so much for joining us here on Bulldogs on Air, formerly Bulldogs Radio, now BulldogSOnAir.com. We are working hard to bring you all the Bulldog action that we can, and we're excited to have you here tonight. Here we go, total leather, and it's a relatively short kick, going to be taken at about the 25-yard line. The return goes up the middle, and there'll be a gang tackle right around the 35. The ball is out. That's good eyes there, Quentin, as the ball did come out.
Zephyrhills with the ball.
And it is a recovery. Good start to the game here for the Dogs as they jump on that fumble.
It is a great start.
Great start, and we'll have the offense back on the field. I guess they really wanted to get some reps for that quarterback. Oh, no.
We're on defense.
Now they're reversing that. They're going to call him down by – that was too good to be true right there. That's all that was. So we will indeed start on defense. Ball on about the 31-yard line. I apologize for the line calls here tonight. There is quite a glare. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lake Gibson. So moving up front. The Dogs definitely jump first. Let's see if they call them for encroachment.
They just need to keep the nerves down. I mean, pretty nervous. It's kind of expected. A young defensive line. You have a freshman, a sophomore, and I believe that's another sophomore on the defensive line.
Very young up front. They cost the Dogs 5 yards there as it'll go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 5 for Lake Gibson. Lake Gibson comes out in a 4-wide set, twins on each side, running back about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another hard count. Dogs don't jump this time. It's going to be a give to the back running left. He's going to have the first down and more. And the ball comes loose, but he's able to fall on it, and there will be a first down out at the 45-yard line. A little bit of loose hands here for Lake Gibson to start, but they've been able to fall on both fumbles.
Yeah, it seems like the pregame jitters are coming into the game tonight.
And you got to remember that for both teams here, there's young men trying to make an impression here in spring ball. A lot of times, eyes that open in the spring can lead to starting spots in the fall. So coming to the line here, 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Dogs in there. It's like a
First down.
It's a three-front defense.
It's a three-front defense, but I was trying to scout and look maybe a
quarterback
draw.
dive.
He's got plenty of room right up the middle, and he is going to be into the end zone for the touchdown. A 55-yard touchdown run for Lake Gibson's quarterback. And Quinn, it looked like there was a couple of tacklers who were running with him there.
Yeah, they were trying to strip the ball, definitely.
What do you think about that idea instead of making the tackle going for the ball there?
To be honest with you, it's kind of hard to judge it in the game because you want to make a big play. But right there, you definitely have to secure the ball carrier.
Well, I think one of those plays, while if you cause the fumble, it's a big play. If you tackle him back at the 30-yard line, at least you're still fighting there.
Yep, you lived
here we go with a fumble on the fake.
Wow.
And it'll be a dead ball, and the attempt will be no good. And so with 10:55 to go here in the very first quarter, Lake Gibson is off to an early lead. They're up 6-0. So the Bulldogs will take over after the kickoff. And not a great start there for the Bulldog defense.
It's not, but right there, I mean, Antoine, he actually saved the 2-point conversion by actually keeping contained on the holder for the kick.
Yeah, the kick was definitely, it was a fake. The holder got up, rolled out like he was going to pass. Antoine Sims right there to bottle him up, cause the fumble, and ultimately make the point no good.
Looks like we have Elijah Thomas and Artonio Lee back to receive the kick.
Standing back on about their own 5-yard line.
Elijah Thomas is going to be a player to watch this year. He's a true freshman. Last year on junior varsity, he made a huge statement. Him, both and Miles Carter, both freshmen. So Bulldogs definitely have a bright future ahead of them.
Well, speaking of that bright future, here comes the kickoff. Will it go to Miles? Now, he's going to go to an up man. Running right, he's got some room, but he hit hard and keeps running through some tackles. Miles Carter, I was right the first time.
Miles Carter.
Out to the 34-yard line.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
Hey, Q was right on cue there. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
So a young man, a freshman this year, going to be sophomore in the fall with a nice return there. And it'll be just short of the 35-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over. We'll get our first look here at the new quarterback, Elijah McGee. Dogs come up to the line. A tight formation here. 4 receivers, Twins very tight to the line, and the running back on the left hip. The give is going to be running left from Trey Everett. And he is going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So we start off running the ball here tonight. Not a big surprise. That's the Bulldogs' identity on offense. But it'll be a minimal gain on first down for Trey Everett. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
I'm just waiting for them to bring out some of these plays that I watched in practice. They really do look nice. Coach took a visit up to Auburn, studied the playbook, and he brought that back down to Zephyrhills.
Well, there are few college teams in the country who run a more dynamic offense than the Auburn Tigers. So that's a great team to learn from. Here is a nice swing pass out to the right side. It's going to gain about 3 yards.
Antoine Sims on the reception.
I was going to call out Jalen Pickett, but no, that is not Jalen Pickett.
Not tonight.
It's Antoine Sims now wearing number 5. It'll be a gain of about 3 yards. Bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Dogs.
You look here to watch Elijah McGee make his read on this play.
Yeah, so far on that first throw was a nice, easy read, a design outlet
Swing.
there.
It's like a shallow route.
McGee back to throw. Can't connect.
It may have been a little bit of early contact on that one right there, though.
So that pass will fall incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 6, and the Dogs will come out to punt.
Well, I know you like to double dip.
So another perhaps unheralded storyline here for the Dogs, a new kicker Zach Gleaton has handled the kicking duties for several years now, doing an excellent job. I believe all conference last year.
All state.
All state. How dare I undersell it? Very good kicker. So this will be returned, a nice return by Lake Gibson out to about the 46-yard line. Their own 46, and that's where Lake Gibson will take over for their second drive of the night. 9:22 to go here in the first quarter. Dogs trail 6-0.
On this second drive, I kind of want to see how Brett LeMay, a sophomore, he battled this Florida State commit. Last year, he played a lot, came in to clutch a lot of games. He's about 6 foot tall, about 290 pounds. As a sophomore, that is great size.
Still room to grow there as a sophomore. Here we go. Shotgun snap, handoff up the middle.
Looks
and
like
the
another fumble.
again. It's recovered by the Dogs.
Dog's ball.
The fumble is recovered.
By number 4, Jackie Tucker.
That's Jackie Tucker.
Jackie Tucker.
I wonder how the Kentucky coaches feel about that. Oops, I'm not supposed to say it on that part. Kidding. No one's listening to this anyway, right? All right, nice recovery by Jackie Tucker. The Bulldog offense back out on the field. And a second chance here, Quentin, to really start this offense here. A big play for the defense.
Looks like Wildcat right now, Wildcat.
Man in motion, the fake to Trey Everett. As we run up the middle by Tucker, he's going to gain about 3. Bring up
Sims.
Just kidding.
Number 5.
Hey, it's spring game for me too. At least I didn't call him Jalen.
Justin, could you repeat that so we can get the quote right?
Yeah, no. All right, here we go.
Back to Wildcat again.
Wildcat here with Sims. In motion to sweep right and left. Trying to get the edge, and we'll pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Trey Everett gaining those. It'll be 3rd down and 4 here. The Dogs on the Lake Gibson side of the field at the 43-yard line.
Elijah McGee's back in.
Elijah McGee, number 9 here, coming back onto the field after a couple of Wildcat snaps, going directly to Antoine Sims.
Antoine Sims will have a big year this year. Big impact player. Last year, he impacted as a sophomore.
3rd down, Bulldogs.
Antoine has just an absolute ton of athletic ability, and you got to think as he matures, he's going to get better and better. And there's a mistake by the young quarterback as McGee throws it right into the breadbasket of the Lake Gibson linebacker. He's going to return it to the Bulldog 40-yard line.
Yeah, chopped down by Artonio Lee. He saved the touchdown in that play.
But a mistake there by the young quarterback, and one I know he wishes he could have back. And the Bulldogs are going to return the favor on the turnover scene. And Lake Gibson will take over 1st and 10 at the Dogs' 40-yard line.
He just has to calm down. I mean, interceptions happen every game. I mean, from little league to the pros. He just has to keep his composure and come back again next drive.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves there. You can tell.
Nerves, yes.
Didn't really look at any other receivers. Kind of stuck on his main target, and it cost him there. So here we go. Trips wide left for Lake Gibson, looking to throw. Now scrambling in the pocket. He's going to be hit and dropped by a gaggle of Bulldogs. I believe that's the technical term. And it'll be a gain of about 3. Well snuffed out on that pass play.
Looks like number 3 lost his shoe.
Well, listen, when you got boats that big, they come off easy, I know. So 2nd down and 8 here for Lake Gibson. From Lakeland, Florida. They are the Braves. Arch rival of the perennial state contenders, the Lakeland Dreadnoughts.
2nd down.
Under center now, quarterback hands off to the running back. He's hitting the hole.
Stuffed by number 33.
He's going to be dropped. That's Guzman with the nice tackle. No gain there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8 as we enter our water break here on the night. With that, folks, we want to take just a minute and let you know you can interact with us here tonight on Twitter. The Twitter handle is @BulldogsOnAir. Go throw your Twitter handle there, Q.
At heavy_set Q I eat.
There you go. Follow us on Twitter. Hang out with us if you have a question. If you want to know something that's happening in the game, maybe you're listening live at the game, you want to shout out, send those to us. And as soon as the sun goes down enough for me to see my computer screen, we'll start reading those out loud.
I want to give a quick shout out real quick to two of my future teammates, Lauren Parker and Tyler Kirby.
Lauren Parker, I tell you what, last year, Lauren Parker is one of my favorite guys. He ran so hard. You see guys who run fast. Lauren's fast, don't get me wrong.
Yes, he has speed.
He hit people. Oh, it was a fun thing to watch. So
no, it's funny. Last year he got sick and lost about 10 pounds.
He did.
And he still weighed 215.
Third gate.
He weighed 250. He looked like he weighed 240.
Yeah, right now he's probably up around almost 230 right now.
So here we go. Back to the action. 3rd and 8. Handoff running left.
Antoine Sims
is there to blow that play up. And it's going to go for little to no gain and bring up a 4th down here for the Braves. Let's see what they decide to do. The offense is still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And really, why not here in this position in the spring?
I mean, right now, it's kind of a hard position anyway. Between the punt the ball and kick the ball, you're not going to really get anywhere.
Yeah, this is always a difficult decision for coaches. If you punt the ball into the end zone, you're only gaining 16, 17 yards.
Correct.
Plus, you always have the threat of a return if you don't get it into the end zone.
Correct.
So, maybe just go for it. I like that idea.
No, with trips right.
Running back on the hip. He's going to turn. He's going to fake the throw, pump fake, and goes deep. He overthrows his receiver, and it's incomplete and turnover on downs. Reggie Roberts Jr. on the coverage, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs will take over at their own 38-yard line. So let's see if Elijah McGee has maybe a little more confidence this time, can slow it down, take a couple of reads.
Right now, he's put with the number 12 Charles Harrison in the game.
All right, so we get number 12. This is Charles Harrison, JV quarterback last year.
Quarterback. Had a pretty good year.
I tell you what, this is a good spot to say the future is very bright for the Zephyrhills high school team. JV team, of course, very good last year. The middle school team undefeated a couple years in a row. A little bit of a low snap there. Now a handoff to Sims running right. He's going to be hitting the backfield and dropped for a big loss of about 4 yards on the play. That play just really didn't seem to get going from the very start.
No, they ran another jet sweep. I'll be looking for 2nd and long. Coach might hit him with a little bit of play action on this play.
Team looks over to the sideline trying to get the play in. The Bulldogs in that same bunch formation, man in motion. It is a play action, and looking to throw is Charles. He's got Jackie Tucker for a first down. Jackie Tucker just went up in front of 3 guys and grabbed that ball.
You could be seeing a lot of that coming up this year. Seeing a lot of Mr. Tucker.
I tell you what, I got a chance to talk to a couple of guys at practice on Wednesday, and I came off very impressed by Jackie Tucker. The maturity, the leadership. He's stepping up into a leadership role this year, and he's embracing that. He just made a big play there for the Dogs on offense.
Last year, he was a leader. I mean, with Jalen Pickett, Ty Tanner. No, he kind of sat back and waited for his turn, and this year it shows.
Jet sweep here to the left. It's going to gain about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
Very promising drive right now for the Dogs.
Well, it's amazing what a big play can do for your offensive confidence.
You can definitely flip the momentum of the game.
Yeah, and that was a big individual effort there by Jackie, taking nothing away from the throw from Harrison, but a big individual play there. And now the Bulldogs are feeling themselves a little bit, getting a little bit of confidence. So shotgun for Harrison. Takes the handoff. He's going to run left. It did not fool this Braves defense as a stop comes in from the linebacker number 33 for the Braves. It's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Now, I do know they like to run that play. with him. Saw that a lot in practice.
Third down.
He does have some speed there, but it just didn't confuse the defense.
It did not confuse it. The linebacker stayed at home, like you're told.
Right.
Now he came up and made a solid tackle.
You know they're gonna jump out. Oh yeah,
So here we go. Third down and long. It's a full 8 yards, perhaps even 8.5.
Jackie at the bottom.
Timeout here.
Bulldogs.
Coach Roberts wants to talk it over, and we don't blame him for that. So as the Dogs come over and they want to talk it over, Coach Roberts is he's excited. We'll call it excited.
Excited.
You always love it when he snaps the headset off. That's when I get to call him excited. But so far, taking a look at this game from the Bulldogs' perspective, the offense has struggled a little bit. The defense gave up that one big rush, but otherwise it's looked pretty good.
It actually has.
I know I noticed following some of the other games on Twitter this week, a lot of high-scoring games and spring games, and that's not usually the case. Usually the offense takes a little bit to get in sync. There's some low-scoring games. I know Pasco put 50 on the board against Wiregrass, put up 41 in that game.
Wiregrass surprised me. I watched that game myself, and they were missing about 3 of their starters. And kind of wondered what the game would look like if they would have played.
You wonder, and when you get two programs like that that have just had different results for the last couple of years, and you get a competitive game like that, you kind of wonder, does that mean Wiregrass is for real? And maybe they are. That'd be a good thing for that program to get started. Rolling out on the third down, the ball is over the head of Jackie Tucker and out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down and 8, and the Bulldogs will bring on the punt team.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure from number 4, Keyshawn Kemp. As I was saying, he's the defensive tackle of quite a few offers, the national recruit. And I think this is great. This is a great team to play against, to get prepared for next season. By far, this might be one of the most talented teams that are on the schedule for the Zephyrhills Bulldogs this year.
And listen, in life, you only get better when playing against people that are better. You don't get better against playing against inferior competition. So you got to schedule the teams that are really going to challenge you. A very high punt with good hang time,
But a great
takes a
bounce.
good bounce.
It's like,
It will be returned.
but number 2, Deshays. I don't know his last name, but I know his first name is Deshays.
It was number 35, Green Bay.
We'll call him DeShazer. That's a pretty cool name, so we'll go with that.
Yes.
It was a AD DeShazer. Okay, so it was a very high short kick, took a good bounce. There's a flag on the play. We're waiting for the referee to alert us what is going on with that. It's a illegal motion against the Dogs. It's going to be declined, and Lake Gibson will take the first down.
Lake Gibson.
This gives another opportunity to this Bulldogs defense to come out and make a statement here tonight.
I changed it down.
Besides one play, they kept them pretty bottled up tonight. They really have.
They've caused a couple of fumbles as well. I know that's a big part of what Coach Booker Pickett likes to teach is to get in there and cause those fumbles, to really focus on turnovers. It kind of hurt them on the long quarterback run, but they have caused a couple of fumbles here tonight. Here's the shotgun snap handoff up the middle. A nice shoestring tackle by Guzman again, I believe. Is that 33?
On a run.
A Bulldog made a nice tackle there. I guess that's what's important.
Yes, that is what is important.
So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 8 for the Lake Gibson Braves.
2nd down, Braves.
There's a lot of first-year players out here this year. People who transferred in last year. They came out in the spring. They look pretty nice.
Shotgun snap. Swing pass out to the left.
And brought down.
And it'll be a first down for Lake Gibson as that will gain about 9 yards.
Another tackle by number 33.
Guzman is having himself a ball-hawking game here. And that's what you want from that linebacker position. You want somebody who can go sideline to sideline, who can make the tackles in open space, and he's doing that.
The past few years has been TJ Lee.
Absolutely.
And definitely when you have Guzman playing the way he is tonight, both him and TJ, that solidifies the defense.
And I'm convinced you will not find many people stronger than TJ Lee in high school football.
Yeah, about 5'8" and weighs about 190, 195 pounds. He's pretty loaded.
Yeah. Here we go. False start going to go against Lake Gibson. A little anxious there.
The Braves.
That'll back him up 5 yards. We're down to 1:48 to go here in the first quarter. And that'll bring up first down and 15.
Substitution, Austin Larkin and Jonah Thomas have entered the game on defensive line.
Those names sound familiar. They were contributors for Dogs last year. Austin Larkin, big part of the offensive line.
Yes. I'm looking to see him play a little bit of linebacker this year. He's talked about it during the spring. We kind of see what's going to happen during the fall.
Here's the shotgun snap. Trips to the right for Lake Gibson. They're going to throw the bubble screen. It is caught, and it's going to gain about 6 yards and then be knocked out of bounds. It'll bring up second down and 9.
And like we were saying, look who's on the tackle. Number 1, Mr. Lee.
Young Mr. Lee. And he's going to be a key to the Bulldog defense this year as we're talking. I'm intrigued by this idea of Austin Larkin playing linebacker.
Yes.
He's a big guy, but he does have quick feet, so maybe that's a transition he can make.
I mean, he looks a lot bigger than what he really weighs. He weighs about 195 pounds. But when I tell you, he's hard-nosed. He's hard-nosed.
The frame is big.
The frame is big.
He's got one of those college bodies where you feel like he's gonna put on another 20, 25 pounds at some point
at least
in the next couple years. And so there's a run up the middle for Lake Gibson.
Another tackle by number 1, Mr. TJ Lee.
He has to have some sort of like milk nickname or something, right?
Yeah, he has to be taking some type of something before the game.
He's eating his Wheaties, he's drinking his milk. He's eating his vitamins, saying his prayers, all the right things. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You're going to hear some silence, but that's just so we can rest our voices for a minute. You're listening to Zephyrhills Bulldogs football. It's 6-0 Lake Gibson at BulldogSOnAir.com. We're back here for the second quarter. It is a third down and long two situation here for Lake Gibson. Out of the shotgun, the handoff up the middle. Oh, a nice juke move, and now cut to the left. He's got some space. He's at the 40. He cuts inside now, and he's down to about the 31-yard line. A good run there by number 8 for Lake Gibson. Gives him a first down in Bulldogs territory.
We got caught jumping inside there, and then he bounced it out to the outside, and there was no outside contained. We definitely have to do a better job of that.
It was a good move, almost a stop on a dime type of move there by the young man from Lake Gibson. Big 31-yard run, and now Lake Gibson is in business in Bulldog territory.
It is Massey. Okay, nice.
Massey on the run there. Two backs in the backfield. The quarterback's going to keep it himself, roll right, look to throw. He lays it up, and it is knocked away.
Nearly
Double coverage there.
Nearly intercepted.
Jackie Tucker was back there.
And Mr. Carter also.
Yes, Miles Carter as well. He was double covered. Quarterback decided to throw it anyway. It almost ended very badly for him. I really do think they're kind of lucky that wasn't intercepted. So second down and 10 now for the Braves at the Bulldog 30-yard line.
I mean, it's new seeing Jackie Tucker back there in safety, but he looks pretty good tonight.
Well, and especially with the type of teams the Bulldogs face, we have a lot of guys that play both ways.
Yes.
And so if he's going to be a big contributor on the team, he can contribute just as much on defense, really, as offense. Handoff, running right now, kind of cuts it up the middle now, back right. I described it very poorly, but that's okay. Down to about the 8-yard line. Nice run there from Lake Gibson.
Yes. Another counterplay. Another counterplay.
Now, from the point of view of someone who's down there on the line, from up here, the counter doesn't look like much of a move, but from down there, it can be very confusing.
It is because you have your centers blocking back. You have both your guard and your tackle pulling around to get whoever they see. So, as a defensive lineman, you have to squeeze it. You have to squeeze inside and make sure you keep those pulling linemen from getting to your linebackers.
So a 1st and goal here for Lake Gibson. They're going to empty out the backfield. 4 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reggie Roberts Jr. is on solo coverage on the right, but they're going to instead run a quarterback sneak.
A nice play, man. Nice play by number 70. Number 70, Terrence Skinner. He's a freshman. When I tell you he has a huge future ahead of him, as a freshman, he benches over 330 pounds.
That's impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah. Oh, I remember those days where I still couldn't bench 330 pounds. As a freshman, my goodness.
As a freshman.
You know, there used to be a song that said, "The future's so bright, I have to wear shades." You kind of feel like that.
You have to.
So no gain there on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. The handoff running left is amazing. Sweeping. Tucker's there, and he makes the nice shoestring tackle. And it's going to be a penalty here. It's a holding penalty against Lake Gibson.
Most of the time last year, we see Jalen Pickett making that play coming up from the safety. But that is a great play by saving. He actually really saved the touchdown right there.
Well, there wasn't much in front of him, but Jackie was able to make that shoestring tackle. You're right. That was a lot like Jalen. And, you know, Jalen's a name we're going to be saying for a long time for all that he contributed to the program. And we wish him well as he's heading up to Eastern Michigan University next year. And I'm going to be watching some MAC games next year to try to catch him out there. That'll be a lot of fun.
Well, he's really excited. They're going down to play LSU this year.
Oh, man, that'll be fun. Playing in Death Valley. Hey, maybe they'll get the win. Stranger things have happened. Here we go. Shotgun snap. Now a throw to the left. Cut back in. A couple of nice moves there. But eventually the young man is upended by Jackie Tucker. And that was a lot of pomp and circumstance for about 4 yards. They'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line.
That's one of those plays where they say that you ran about 30 yards, but you gained so little on that play.
Well, you know, sometimes out there, I think these little scat running backs are just thinking, make a move, make a move, make a move. And sometimes all those moves add up to 2 yards, and it doesn't really seem worth the effort.
North and south is the way you have to go in football. You really have to.
So here we go. 3rd down and goal. Big play here for the Bulldog defense. Can they keep Lake Gibson to a field goal attempt? 4 wide receivers looking to throw. Now scrambling to his right. He's got a room. He's going to have to run. And he's in for the touchdown. In for the touchdown. I tell you what, they had a good push up front. Good coverage allowed the quarterback. He had to move to his right, but unfortunately, he found some room to scramble and scrambled all the way into the end zone.
Looked like TJ got tripped up on that play. Looks like he had him in position to make the tackle. Looks like the grass caught up with him that time.
Well, you know, there are gremlins that live beneath the field occasionally, and they reach up and grab a spike. And unfortunately, that was one of those times there for TJ Lee.
Doesn't happen often.
Snap, hold, kick. They're all good. And that makes the score Lake Gibson 13, Zephyrhills 0, with 8:13 to go here in the 2nd quarter. So it looked like they looked like actually some really good coverage on that play. Just unfortunately, the turf monster came up and caught TJ Lee, and the quarterback was able to scramble into the end zone.
Let's see how we could change the momentum back here and get a pretty good return here.
Well, the return game has been an important part of Zephyrhills' attack for several years now, going back to the days of Willie Williams and Jordan Roberts back there.
Devin Brockington.
Devin Brockington was a big part of that. And so with the skill position players that Zephyrhills has, this can be just as much of an offensive weapon as an offensive play. So we got Sims and Everett back deep. Ball teed up on the 40-yard line. Lake Gibson kicking. They're going left to right.
Thomas is on the return.
Oh, Thomas, pardon me. We'll get it right here by the fall, folks. I promise. So Thomas on the return. He takes it out to about the 22-yard line, and that's where Zephyrhills take over.
I'm not so sure if he was down on that play, to be honest with you. Looks like he got rolled over the top of the defender.
Well, normally when you see that, if they don't think they're down, they're going to keep going. He got up and came off the field, so maybe he was just going to take the defender's word for it. But either way, the Zephyrhills Bulldog offense comes out on the field with their worst field position on the night so far, starting at about their own 23-yard line. And let's look back there. Who's at quarterback? Can you tell, Quentin, who's back there?
Looks like Harrison is still back there.
Yep, Harrison, and there's a handoff up the middle.
Dragging defenders with him is number 1, TJ Lee.
TJ Lee takes it out past the
TJ Lee.
pardon me, that's past the 20-yard line. So the ball actually started at about the 13. My eyes are bad, folks, but it's past the 20-yard line. So here we go, a little bit of quick snap there, but TJ Lee going back up the middle.
Lee once again on the carry for the Bulldogs.
He's going to pick up a Bulldog first down.
Or if they're going to keep feeding him with 2 pretty good runs back-to-back. If you have a beast, you have to feed him.
That's right. You got to run until they stop it. Harrison comes over the sideline, gets the instructions from Coach Roberts, heads back into the huddle. The line breaks, comes to the line of scrimmage. Lee is on Harrison's right hip. It's a shotgun snap, and Harrison's going to keep it. Now he's going to roll right, and he's going to be sacked and fumbles. The ball is picked up and carried very near to the end zone by Lake Gibson. It's going to be down to the 1-yard line as a sack fumble recovered by the Braves is returned all the way down to the 1-yard line of Zephyrhills. And now the Bulldog defense has a big challenge ahead of them.
Like we discussed, one of those impact players for this game, number 4, Keyshawn Count, applying the pressure there, both getting the sack and the recovery with the forced fumble.
And I tell you what, this is where you think young quarterbacks, they're facing some adversity.
Yes.
This isn't the worst thing to happen in a spring game. Let them see some adversity. Let's see how they react. You can learn a lot about a young man by how he reacts in the face of adversity. So, but first, we got a goal line stand here. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do.
Looks like we're in a 5-front defense.
Timeout on the field here.
Timeout.
There's a flag now. There's a flag now.
He went to his head. It was too many men on the field. 2 hands on the hat means too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field is what that was.
So they're going to move the ball about half an inch forward because it's already on the 1-inch line. And here we go. First and goal,
So
Lake Gibson.
Probably need a route here from the defensive line.
Go down low, boys.
From under center, straight up the middle, and into the end zone for the touchdown. So it wasn't technically a defensive score, but you can chalk that one up to the defense of Lake Gibson. As they caused the fumble, return it down to the 1-inch line, and the quarterback for Lake Gibson does the rest. And with the extra point remaining, the Dogs trail 18-0. Snap, hold, kick, all good.
Kick is good.
So Lake Gibson tacks one more on to the lead. It's Lake Gibson Braves 19, Zephyrhills nothing, with 6:51 to go here in the second quarter. So let's just take a moment. Let's breathe here. I'm sure that's what they're telling them on the sidelines.
Yes.
Let's breathe.
It's a really young football team this year, really young.
So
But
what
that is important.
What is the one thing they need to do? They're coming back on offense here.
Okay.
What is the one thing they need to focus on coming back out on the field?
First thing is ball security. You don't want to really put it too much in his head based on fumbling, but you want to see them be confident, get 4 yards here, 5 yards here, and sustain a steady drive down the field. And right here, we definitely need points on this drive.
Well, we just saw on that last drive a couple of nice runs by T.J. Lee, and then the fumble that came afterwards. So we'll see what happens here. Sims is going to take it, and he's running left, trying to make a man miss. He's out to the 20-yard line, cuts back, and now he's got some room out to the 30 to the 40. Makes another jump move, makes another man miss. He's out to the 50-yard line. A couple of video game moves there by Antoine Sims, and he took a return that probably should have ended at about the 15-yard line and took it out to the 50. And maybe that's the spark that this Bulldog team needs.
Yes, it definitely seems like it is. Whenever you need a play, Mr. Sims is always there when you need one. I remember last year at Pasco, we're down. We need a field goal to tie the game up. He had a pretty big return in order to set us up with that.
Absolutely, and another big play there. It's possibly what the Bulldogs needed for the momentum here. There's a handoff up the middle to Lee. He tried to cut it outside. I think maybe he thought there was more outside than there actually was. He's going to gain about 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9, and we're going to take a water break. So that water break comes at a tough time for the Bulldogs as far as momentum goes. They were just building up there, and now they're going to have to pause and talk it over.
We're going to see a lot of familiar faces in the house. See Jordan Roberts on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, it's always a special time for friends to come back and hang out, visit. Let's talk about you for a minute here. I don't know what we talked about on air.
Okay.
Big plans for the fall, heading out to Southeast University.
Yes, I looked at a couple other schools, but I came out. I took a couple visits to Southeast, and it feels at home. A Christian school, coming from my family, that made another impact on it. My grandfather being a pastor, and just believing in what they have to do with school, outside of school, and as well as the football program. It's a great place to be.
Well, I tell you what, I really do enjoy that school. I have a lot of interaction with them. In my job as a youth minister, I've worked with them a lot. It's a great school. And I tell you what, we were talking, they're tapping this East Pasco football market. I think it's going to pay off big for them down the line. So here's the ball thrown up D. It's going to end up out of bounds for Jackie Tucker.
Looks like Elijah McGee's back into the game.
That was Elijah McGee at quarterback. Jackie Tucker, of course, caught the ball. Oh, now there's a flag on the play. And Jackie Tucker seems excited about it. That would indicate that Lake Gibson is the one being penalized, and it is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Braves. And that'll lead to a first down for the Dogs.
Another thing is going into the fall. I mean, right now we have quite a few amount of a lot of talent actually. We're coming into the fall, we have more people who actually be eligible to play. But they transferred in kind of late, so
right.
With Kevin Lee transferring out and coming back in, he's going to definitely impact his defense next year.
And it's kind of a myth that spring football is your last chance to be cohesive as a team. As we have Elijah McGee rolling out left, looking to throw
off the fingers of
Jackie Tucker. That was one that we say in basketball there that he threw that pass about 95 miles an hour to a guy 10 feet away from him. He had a little extra on that. But it's a myth now. High school football doesn't stop after spring. There's 7-on-7s. There's a long time of 2 days in August. There's a lot of time for a team to come together even after spring ball.
Last year, 7-on-7 helped us out a lot. Zephyrhills, it really had to be traditional to pass a lot. But we opened it up last year, and we did a pretty good job.
So here we go, running left. Gains about 4 or 5 yards. They're going to call it 5 yards. I'm trying to watch the line official, and he kept taking steps. We're going to call it 6 yards there for Trey Everett. Bring up 3rd down and 4. And a lot of times what a young team needs is they just need time to gel, to come together as a unit. And I think there is a bright future ahead for the Dogs, even if the scoreboard doesn't really reflect that at the moment.
I mean, last year they played a tough Oak Ridge team. Got a Florida State commit, a USF commit, and a pretty tough team. But we definitely changed it around last year.
Running right is Sims, and he is tripped up in the backfield. It looked like if he could have kept his feet right there, it might have been a first down, but instead it's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play.
Fourth down.
And they'll bring up 4th down and a long 8, short 9. And they're going to keep the offense on the field with Elijah McGee. You like this call?
I do. When you're down 20-0 right now with a little bit over 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half, you're once again in that same position where you don't want to punt and you don't want to kick.
And you really want to make something happen. And look, rolling left here is McGee. And he fires at the feet of Tucker.
And McGee's pass was
And it is incomplete, and the Lake Gibson Braves will take over. Ball at about the 34-yard line. Already leading 20-0. And just rolled out left, got around the edge, had room to throw, just wasn't able to execute.
All right, this is another time where you're going to miss an all-state kicker. But they'll definitely get another one in. We reload pretty good. But like I said, it's hard to replace someone who's all-state.
Absolutely. Unless you're talking about insurance, and like State Farm and Geico. And that was a lame joke, but you laughed. I appreciate it. So Lake Gibson up 20-0. They're going to take over the ball at their own 34-yard line. And let's see if this Bulldog defense can step up. They were sort of handcuffed last time, the ball on their own 1-yard line. Let's see what they can do defensively here. Breaking through and being held. Number 75 of the Dogs. This run is not going to count. It's a run of about 15 yards. That one's coming back and adding on 10 more.
bowling against the Braves.
And so it'll be first down and 20 for Lake Gibson after they march off 10 yards there. And that's a play where some individual effort there is going to end up getting 10 yards for the Dogs.
Yeah, when you're constantly trying to get a good pass rush in, these offensive linemen are going to hold you every now and then. And every now and then you're going to get a call.
Don't want to rely on it, but when it shows up, it is a nice thing to have.
Still first down.
Folks, do want you to remember, follow along on Twitter at Bulldogs on Air. We will be checking out your tweets. We're going to be interacting with you on there. We'd love to hear that you're listening tonight to the game.
Like another buck sweep.
Get on carry.
Running left and gaining lots of yardage all the way into Bulldog territory at the 40-yard line. There is a flag on the field back at about the 36. This might be able to bail the Bulldog defense out again, as that was a huge run by the Lake Gibson tailback.
Sideline warning.
Okay. Threw a flag for sideline warning during the middle of a 30-yard run. All right. 42 yards. Kenny Sanders to my left, Temp Tribune, shouting him out. He's using my Wi-Fi, but that means he's a good guy.
Appreciate it.
40. You're welcome. 42 yards on that run by Lake Gibson. I can't say it out loud. I'm sworn to secrecy. 4:56 to go here in the second quarter.
What are you feeling in this cookie? Give that up.
Timeout. Lake Gibson.
Timeout by the Braves. This broadcast has gone off the rails here. We got to get this back. So a timeout here by Lake Gibson. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Folks, we do want to let you know that we are now accepting sponsorships for the fall. One of the cool things we have coming this fall that I know you're going to love is we're going to have full video on our broadcasts. We're going to do video and audio. And so if you place an ad with us, For a full season ad, you will get a video ad as well as the audio trailer that goes with that, all on YouTube, up there permanently. We're looking for sponsors. So if you are interested, you can tweet us at Bulldogs on Air or send us an email at bulldogsradio@gmail.com. That's bulldogsradio@gmail.com.
They're running back Belmar, 6 carries, 112 yards.
Wow. 6 carries, 112 yards for the Lake Gibson running back. Those are pretty good per carry averages there.
That's coming a lot from all that beef up front on the offensive line.
Rolling right is the Lake Gibson quarterback. He hits his man, but the tackle is made after a gain of about 4. It'll bring second down and 6 for the Braves. Second down and a long 5, short 6 here. Quarterback goes and talks it over with the coach on the sidelines. Now he's running back into the huddle.
We have a couple of Zephyrhills greats out here tonight. We have Orion McCants down there. Tennessee football player.
All the celebrities out here tonight for Zephyrhills. Handoff going up the middle. That's going to be a gain of about 8. Good enough for another first down inside the Bulldog 30-yard line.
Honestly, they're just flipping the play. They're running the same play every time.
We have a first down for the Braves.
This is the time when Coach Pickett, when he gets in the locker room, you're going to hear from the header upstairs. So he'll definitely make his corrections.
Well, I don't think there's a problem so far with the effort. I think the effort's there. I think the execution has been lacking. And I know that's something that can be corrected. So here we go. Shotgun snap. Running left is Bomar. He makes a nice cut and he's gone.
29 yards.
10, touchdown. And he fell in, which is going to draw 15 yards on the kickoff. That'll be a touchdown for Lake Gibson and an unsportsmanlike conduct on the celebration into the end zone. This would be a good conversation, Quentin. How do you feel about getting a flag for falling into the end zone like that?
I mean, right there, it's stupid. It's stupid. You don't know how that can cost your team later in the game. You're backing up your kickoff team 15 yards, and that makes a difference in high school football.
Right.
That really does make a huge difference.
29 yards.
Well, let me ask this. What's wrong with letting the kid just celebrate a little bit? He just scored a touchdown. That's a big deal, right?
Yes. I feel like celebrating, yes, is okay, but I mean, right there, that's more taunting than anything.
Right.
That's more taunting than anything.
There's a difference between that and running over and celebrating with your
Teammates, yes.
All right. Very good.
Extra point attempt. Kick is
Kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:14 to go here in the second quarter, Lake Gibson on top, 27-0. And you got to think there's some people around the area who are seeing this score and perhaps a little bit surprised, perhaps not.
I mean, the score, I feel like the score, it's not really meaningful to the game right now. I mean, like, Denver is definitely playing to the best they can play right now as far as giving effort. They've had pretty bad field position each time they've been on offense. Each time they've been on defense, Lake Gibson has had good field position.
He's up to 141 yards.
141 yards for the running back for Lake Gibson. Talented young man.
His first year as a running back. He was defensive back.
So they'll tee the ball up because of the penalty. The ball will be teed up on the 25-yard line. You got to like your chances at a return here if you're the Bulldogs. And maybe that'll be a spark to get you on the board here before the end.
If you're a Bulldogs fan, you definitely want to see the ball get in the hands of number 5, Antoine Sims.
Well, here's something unique. The Lake Gibson kicker lined the ball up on the left hash, They then reset and lined the ball up in the right hash and then kicked it short to Antoine Sims. So after all that, Sims will take it at the 40-yard line, and now he's backtracking, trying to make some room on the right side. He's trying to get around the edge. He does, but he'll be dragged down at about the 43-yard line. So a decent return there by Sims, but the trickeration by the kicking team of Lake Gibson perhaps had some effect there. I don't know. Kind of just seemed like
it didn't look like much effect there. I mean, Antoine, he made a lot of a little right there.
3:02 to go here in the second quarter. I wonder if perhaps they'll try to get the ball out to Jackie Tucker. He's been responsible for their one big play of the game so far, and he's got single coverage on the outside here.
Anytime you get single coverage on someone like Jackie Tucker, that's the time that you really want to throw the ball.
Ask and you shall receive. The ball is just a little short, underthrown. But it was one-on-one coverage, and the ball did go to Jackie Tucker, and so at least they're thinking the right way there.
You have to get the ball out earlier right there. I mean, him being a freshman, he's going to lack arm strength right now, just being so youthful. It's right there when you lacking arm strength. You want to get the ball out earlier.
You want to get the ball, let him go make a play on it.
Yes.
And you kind of feel like he's got the ball skills. He's going to beat most cornerbacks in the air.
Yes.
One-on-one coverage again.
Wonder if they'll go back to him this play.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This time we were swinging out.
Ooh.
Nice little move there, and a good block by Jackie Tucker was going to result in a first down.
Maybe that's the sport.
TJ Lee
Nice run by TJ Lee.
picks up 13 on the play. And it'll be a first down for the Dogs. 2:50 to go here in the first half. Still one-on-one coverage. They're going to throw off the hands.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete.
They're going to call it interception.
They did call it an interception.
It will be Gray's ball.
Wow.
24.
Off Charles' hands into the hands of the defender. And that is another turnover for the Bulldogs. And so with 2:36 to go, Lake Gibson will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. And that one was just unfortunate there. Some of the other turnovers were bad mistakes. That one was a little bit unlucky.
It looks like he was surprised that the ball came so quick.
Well, when you see it from up here, it almost looked like you didn't know if the ball was going to him or to Jackie. They were in the same sort of line there.
Yes. But they both ran, looks like short hitches.
Shotgun snap. Back to throw. Going deep. He's got a man just out of his reach.
Just out of reach of number 1.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Tried to take it all the way into the end zone there. Didn't quite get there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like he had him there, though. Looks like he had him.
Definitely had enough arm on that. Just need a little more touch to float it in there.
That's right. We're going to change that number 7, Kirkland.
2:30 to go here in the second half. Bulldog defense back on the field trying to make something happen. Shotgun snap, handoff running left. Is a new running back, number 22. He'll gain 5 on the play. It's the same sweep play.
Same buck sweep.
That's just good execution on the part of Lake Gibson.
Yes.
And not Bulldogs.
Timeout Zephyrhills with 2:14 to go. Looking to get a stop here, maybe give his offense one more chance. Let me ask you this question. You prefer water or Gatorade?
During the game, water. During a game, water at halftime, Gatorade.
It's a pretty good call. I like that. Because out here, you're not really tasting it anyway. You're just trying to get it in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Flavor really doesn't matter when it's a football game. It really, water tastes great, especially this time of the football. It being as humid as it is, state of Florida, it's always pretty hot down here.
Favorite flavor of Gatorade?
I prefer grape.
Okay.
I prefer grape.
My favorite is actually one of the old ones. It's called Citrus Cooler. That's my favorite. Second flavor ever made. I'm dating myself here a little bit, but terrific. Check it out. So 3rd down and 6 here for Lake Gibson. Bulldogs looking for a stop, hoping to get the ball back here in the first half. And they jump offside.
That hard count is getting, that's maybe the second or third time tonight.
It'll still be 3rd down, but instead of 3rd down and 6, it's going to be 3rd down and very short. So here we go. Lake Gibson perhaps has a different play drawn up now that they're 5 yards closer. Let's see if the Bulldog defense can toughen up here and stop them.
Looks like they lined up a little bit of a wing T look.
Up the middle is going to be a 1st down and more. Out to the 31-yard line. Stopped by Guzman again. But it'll be a 1st down for Lake Gibson.
Like
2 minutes to go.
Like trips to the right.
Trips to the right. Ball goes left. It's overthrown. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. A quiet crowd here tonight, but a pretty good crowd for a spring game.
Yeah, Zephyrhills always shows out for football games. Year in, year out, it's probably one of the best atmospheres in the state of Florida. It's at home. When you small town, it feels really good coming out and look at all the people in the stands.
There's a flag on the play. False start on the offense. I tell you what, you're exactly right. When we have some of the riders, besides our friend Kenny over here, some of the riders that maybe don't get out to all the big games, when they make it down here, and we got all the tailgates going out in the north end zone, and we got the stands packed and everything going. It is a wonderful, wonderful place to have a football game, and a terrible, terrible place to have a cramp. Just awful.
Yeah, jokes.
2nd down and 15 for Lake Gibson. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going deep. It is incomplete. Jackie Tucker got a hand on it.
Jackie was there.
But it'll fall incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd down for Lake Gibson.
I probably need to drink some Gatorade.
Got to get that worked out. So a deep pass incomplete as Lake Gibson took a shot at the end zone. Didn't quite make it work. It'll be 3rd down and 15. Each of these plays is big. As I promise you, this tape will be evaluated for the fall when it comes down to making decisions about who's going to start and who's going to play where. Here's a snap, drop it back. It is a screen, and it is wide open. And it's going to go straight into the end zone. Touchdown. The defensive line there for Zephyrhills bought that screen, hook, line, and sinker.
They bid on it.
And that was a convoy running down the left sideline into the end zone.
There's a lot of athleticism brought that offensive line.
Yeah.
Big number 54 was out in front of him the whole entire time.
think it's closer to 35? It's right in the middle. Where can they go to the gym?
So with 1:36 to go here in the second quarter, Blake Gibson looking to tack on one more. Snap, hold, kick. They're all good. Oh, no good. Pardon me, no good on that one.
No good on that. They're telling us that there's some possibly bad weather coming
It
this way,
is.
so if you get the word, you can go to the gym.
33 to nothing. We're getting a report of some bad weather in the area, and let's just be honest, that wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing right now. Huh? You know, a little bit of rain.
Right now.
A little bit of rain, you know, and at least cool you off out there. Did you like practicing in the rain? I used to love practicing.
Practicing in the rain is always a physical practice. It doesn't. It alters coaches' plans. It definitely alters coaches' plans. Every single time it rains, you definitely see a hoop and holler drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we in the third quarter, fourth quarter.
When you live down here in Florida, though, you always sort of welcome the rain a little bit. At least bring down that heat just a tiny bit.
When the sun goes down, at least, because when the sun's out, you're going to be baking.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Bulldogs ready to receive the kick.
1:35 left in the half. Bulldogs back to receive. Here we go.
Here's TJ Lee with the return.
TJ Lee on the
A
return.
nice stiff arm is going to gain him a couple extra yards out to about the 28-yard line.
Nice return by TJ.
And that's where the Bulldogs offense will take over. First down and 10 for the Dogs. A minute 30 to go here in the second quarter. We're getting reports of bad weather. I see over here it's out at Nature Coast they've got some bad weather. And that one is off the hands of Antoine Sims. And he probably wishes he had that one back.
And you don't see that too often with teams.
Little out route was going to gain about 5 yards, maybe a little more if he turned it upfield. Just couldn't quite bring it in. I'll bring up second down and 10. Harrison back in at quarterback.
Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Shotgun snap. Avoids the rush, makes a nifty move. And he's going to gain a few yards here. Dragged out of bounds
Harrison.
at about the 37-yard line.
A little bit of Mike Vick and Charles tonight.
There we go. The good kind of Mike Vick on the football field. Minute 16 to go. Third down and long 3, short 4. Harrison looking to throw. He throws it up for Sims and is almost intercepted.
Just about intercepted by Nick Gibson.
And they'll bring up fourth down.
But
And we will bring on the punt team here for the Bulldogs.
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Right here, you want to hold it right now. Right now, you want to make sure that they don't get any kind of points on the board, and then that honestly will be a plus for the defense right now.
So with weather perhaps making its way in, the Bulldogs look to just maybe keep more points off the board here with this punt. Oh, the snap is bobbled, and he's going to be thrown down at about the 24-yard line. And that's where Lake Gibson will take over, 1st and 10, with still a minute and 2 seconds left to play in this game.
On a Friday night, the Bulldog Stadium.
Well,
That has to be negative 14 yards rushing.
here we go. I really don't have much else to say, Quentin. I'm really running out of stuff to.
I mean, right now,
Is that a bad snap?
it's not looking too good right now for the Bulldogs right now.
You're an optimistic man, Quentin. You're an optimistic man. Flag on the play. False start.
Good news.
Hey! Pushed him back 5 yards. False start by Lake Gibson is going to move him back 5. It'll be first down and 15. The ball now places the 28-yard line. Folks, we're excited to tell you that we have plans. We're going to be broadcasting every single game this fall, including the preseason classic. So be sure to bookmark BulldogSOnAir.com for all your Zephyrhills High School football needs. There's a pump fake, now throwing deep to the end zone.
Great coverage by Trey.
Very good coverage, and it is knocked away. And Jackie Tucker is coming up, kind of holding a hamstring, limping there a little bit too.
Right there, you hope it's a cramp.
You certainly do. Let me ask, this will be good for Greg to hear. Do you hear the PA announcer when you're down there, or is it all just kind of a blur?
You do when you make a big play.
Right.
You just wait. You're waiting on them to say your name.
When you're wanting to hear it, you hear it.
Right.
When you're up in the game, especially.
Yeah.
You're up in the game. Remember last year when the three-way playoff game here when we played against Nate's Coast? I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a thing.
I was on the sidelines. I didn't hear a thing either. It was loud. Shotgun snap from pressure up the middle, but it'll be a pass completed for a gain of about 4.
Back up to the original line of scrimmage almost.
Third down and a long 10, maybe 11 as the clock continues to tick down. Down to about 35 seconds to go here in the first half.
30 seconds left in the half.
Right now, you want to keep everything in front of you, inbounds.
There's a throw a little high, and they're going to call pass interference there on Reggie Roberts Jr.
That's not pass interference.
I completely agree with you. They were going for the ball. The ball was too high. And to add insult to injury, Reggie Roberts Jr. is having to come off the field here.
Looks like he's cramping up also.
Looks like he's cramping as well.
And right now, I mean, you can say conditioning can help, but if you really can't prepare for that first game, it's hard that first game, no matter how hard you condition. In the state of Florida, you're going to end up having battling some cramps.
Now, I'm not saying Reggie's doing this at all. I believe Reggie has cramp. But I know sometimes I'm playing pickup basketball, and I blow a layup or something, and it looks really bad, and I just grab my leg. Oh, I just pulled a muscle, you know. You ever try that?
I haven't tried that in a football game, but in basketball, I sure have.
I just now realized that the reason my screen was so dark was because my strip down here wasn't turned on and my battery was going dead. So, spring game, everybody, spring game. All right. I was wondering why I was almost out of power. All right. All right, so first down and goal for Lake Gibson inside the Bulldog 10-yard line. Swarmed by the dogs, but he's going to make his way into the end zone.
What did you get up to? You said 4. You never got to 4, did you?
I weigh 400 right now.
400. Well, he's only 270. 400.
Touchdown, Lake Gibson.
They never had you down right in the book, did they?
They never did.
I'll tell you something about you, Quentin. They used to give us your weights, and I said that must have been before breakfast, because I don't think they had quite had them right. But
Coach did a lot of eyeballing. I remember my junior, he had me down to like 5'9", 295. It's kind of like, come on now,
he just took a guess. You know?
We got Justin Altman up here and doing the thing along with Quentin Foster and all the gang up here having a good old time. Where you guys, we're going to pick up that?
BulldogSOnAir.com.
BulldogSOnAir.com. BulldogSOnAir.com. You can listen to these crazies out there. They are having a good time again. Check them out. BulldogSOnAir.com.
Thank you, Greg, to check us in the mail. 16.1 seconds to go. Let's not talk about the score. Let's talk about something else. I'm struggling here. Uniforms. Do you like the uniforms?
It looks a lot better than the old black
It
and black
does.
that we had.
It does.
My favorite uniform though, it has to be those new orange jerseys.
Yeah, those
with
are
the black
nice.
pants.
Those are
Because
nice.
if Coach gets a nice pair of more black pants, maybe with a orange and black stripe down the side,
Right.
you're looking at something that looks pretty good.
I'm also a fan of the matte helmets. I like those a lot. Here's Sims coming around left end. Nice, makes a nice run. He's going to take it past the 50 and out of bounds at the 47-yard line of Blake Gibson.
Let's see if we get a Hail Mary right now. I mean, why not try?
Why not? Absolutely. I completely agree. Throw it up there. You know, one of the best things about spring games, scores don't count.
Yeah, it's the adjusted game.
Crazy
Crazy fact right now, the best arm on the team happens to be a defensive lineman, number 53, Draymond Clark.
Ah, Draymond Clark, yes. Saw him out at practice on Wednesday. Might be the skinniest defensive lineman I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, he has the frame to put on weight.
Oh, he does.
He does. I mean, he's about 6'5". He says he weighs about 190 pounds.
Throwing up deep for Jackie Tucker. Almost had it.
Right between his hands.
And I will point out he was triple covered.
He was.
And he still almost came down with it.
was
That's
a
the
great
end of the
throw.
first half. That was a nice throw, wasn't it? Young Mr. Harrison throwing it down the sideline there. Score is 40-0. I'll let you guess who's leading. But what we do want to say here is that I don't think it's the effort's not a problem.
No,
That's
it's
good
not.
to see.
It's not. It's not.
So they'll head into halftime. They'll talk about it. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take a break because we've been talking for a long time. We'll come back later and do more of this unless we get it rained out, and then we won't. So we'll see you later. You're listening to BulldogsOnAir.com. And we're back, folks, after that halftime break. And there's the horn. It's good timing. Lake Gibson will kick off to the Bulldogs, kicking left to right on your YouTube dial. Bulldogs will receive. Back deep is TJ Lee
Kicking off, start the second half.
and Antoine Sims.
Oh, they got some fluids in them at halftime. It's a human night.
I hope so too. Some nice purple Gatorade. That's what we're looking for. Here we go.
That purple stuff.
Sims from the 10-yard line. He's got a couple of blocks in front of him. Now he kicks it out left. Trying to find some space. Not a whole lot there. They'll be pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. And that's where Zephyrhills will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Here at Bulldog Stadium, everybody. Thank you.
And we're going to have, looks like we're going to have a running clock.
We are going to a running clock.
I like that rule.
I do too.
It prevents ridiculous blowouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially you go to Hillsborough County when you have Armwood winning every week, winning 80-0. It's like, what if they didn't have a running clock? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's a nice little option play up the middle. Antoine Sims will gain about 14 yards.
Great spark out of halftime.
I tell you what, maybe this is what they need. They're going to go with a hurry up here. Harrison in the shotgun.
Looks like a little bit confused about Lake Gibson. Looks like a
The handoff, I missed the handoff.
looks like a counter.
It was Trey Everett that got it on the counter. That'll gain about 5. Bring up 2nd and 5. The first run was Antoine Sims.
5 yards. 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5 to the line quick. Harrison in the shotgun. Hand off to Sims running right. He's got some room. He gets around right in. He's heading down the sideline out to the 40-yard line.
Big pickup.
About 15 yards there by Antoine Sims. We have an official timeout here. Someone is down on the other sideline. Can't quite make it out.
It's
It's
TJ.
TJ Lee. He looks to be okay.
Yeah, he's limping off the field. Probably a cramp.
It is a very humid night here.
Yes.
Zephyrhills High School. Although a beautiful night. Can't ask for much better as far as the weather.
Good crowd turnout tonight.
Good crowd. Good seeing everyone out here at Bulldog Stadium. Be sure you keep coming out in the fall. The sport really helps, doesn't it, Quinn?
Yes, it really does.
Yeah. It's always good to play in front of more people than less. Here's the inside handoff to Trey Everett. He's going to gain about 3 on the play.
Trey Everett is the Barry Sanders of this team. He's the one who can make a lot of cuts really quick.
You know, the thing I remember about Barry Sanders, I was a young kid watching him play, but it seemed like he'd stop him in the backfield 3 times in a row, and then he'd break an 80-yard run. It was crazy. He was a huge home run hitter. Here we go. Harrison, the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw to Tucker. Tucker goes up for it, but it is intercepted
Intercepted by Nick Gibson.
at the 8-yard line.
First down.
Lake Gibson picks off the pass intended for Jackie Tucker,
Number 5 on the interception.
and that just deflated whatever air was left in the sails of the Bulldogs there. That's a tough turnover.
I mean, it is. At this point, you want to prevent any injuries right now. So
And but let's talk about the positives there. We went back, we'll say, a little bit old school there.
Yes.
So what the Bulldogs are known for, some inside handoffs, a little bit of trickeration in the running game, and they were gaining some yards.
they were gaining positive yards each play.
Looking back and quarterback in for Lake Gibson.
So here we go. Lake Gibson takes over inside their own 10-yard line. The handoff, running up the middle for a nice gain.
Talk about number 10, Zach Massey.
Out to about the 17-yard line, it looks like. Could be just short of the first down.
Number 10, Zach Massey.
Might we see a little more rotation here in the second half, getting some people some more playing time?
I mean, yeah, this is the perfect time to do so.
And some playing time against a quality opponent, too.
Yes, still.
4 wide receivers for the backup quarterback for Lake Gibson. Handoff running right. Hit in the backfield and dropped.
By the promising defensive tackle, number 70, Terrence Skinner.
Terrence Skinner makes the stop, as you heard Quentin say
Big
there.
play by number 70, Terrence Skinner.
Nicely done, shedding the block, getting in the backfield, and making
Thought that
sure
was
tackle.
out there for a minute. Quentin says he's a little bit, well, never mind.
He's a little bit
Considering the press box, yeah, he's retired, right.
Some scores from around the area. We've got River Ridge trailing 20-14 to Tampa Catholic right now. We got Weeki-Wachi leading Wesley Chapel 26-13 in spring game action. Running left, he's got a first down and a little more out to about the 30-yard line.
Back to where they're making their money at, getting to the boundary.
They run the ball very well, east and west, and it seems like they run that, and that'll set up the run up the
counters,
middle.
Yep, the counters and the buck sweep, definitely.
Antoine Sims signaling, and he's coming off here, and Trey Everett will replace him. Antoine going with the neon green gloves. That's a fashion choice I wouldn't make, but that's okay. Oh, a nice diving catch for a 3-yard
Number
gain,
10.
or a 4-yard gain. Do you like the neon green look out here with these uniforms?
I feel like it would look
We're
better
gonna have a official timeout.
if it wasn't
Right.
great.
Water break?
If it wasn't gray, if it was black, if it was
Anthony
white,
Leosa, by the
great
way.
not so much, but still, if you're Antoine Sims or Jackie Tucker and you have
Yeah.
that much athleticism, you can pull it off.
Yeah, I'm going to say you can't. I'm going to say it doesn't look good. Let's just be honest. I like what you're trying to do here, but my producer back here, Danny. I don't know if you know this about Danny. He's a little bit colorblind, so that works for Danny. That doesn't work for us. That doesn't work. No. I think maybe you're right. If it was a darker black, I think it would maybe pull off that more. This is what we're talking about here tonight. We're talking about fashion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're two fashionable gentlemen up here, though.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
The button up.
Look, hey, we are. I'll say it right now. We're the two best-looking guys, best-dressed guys in the booth right now.
I mean, I dressed appropriately for how hot it was with a dry fit on.
Yeah.
So yes,
Well, listen. When we're in Florida, you got to dress for the weather.
yes.
There's no doubt about that. First down, or pardon me, second down. I don't even know what down it is. It's second down at 6. Handoff up the middle. Makes a man miss, and now he's off to the races down the right sideline. A flag comes out.
And brought down by number 2 for the Bulldogs.
Trey Everett makes the tackle. There's a flag.
That was a great recovery speed by Everett.
Yeah, that was nice. I didn't think he was going to get there, but he was able to catch up with the speedy back. Let's see what the laundry on the field is all about.
For that call. It's holding
It
again.
is a hold against Lake Gibson.
Big Jonah Thomas is checking into the game.
Big number 50 coming on in. He does provide some beef up front there.
He does. About 6'7", 305 pounds.
6'7". Oh, I stopped growing at 6'3". I wanted to be 6'6". That was always my goal.
Yeah, it was hard for me getting to 6'1", so
Hey,
I'm thankful for what I got. I came into high school at 5'7", so
5'7" to 6'1". That's a nice little jump. That was a penalty, but still resulted in a first down because the holding came pretty far downfield. So the handoff running left, now cut toward the middle, where he'll be stood up after a gain of about 6 yards, 5-6 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be second down and 5. Kenny, I want you to be honest here. How terrible am I at estimating distances? It's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah.
You have your moments.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for that honesty. Be sure to read the Tampa Tribune tomorrow, the online edition as well.
I wonder if a little bit of friendly trash talk is going between Trey some of the players from Lake Gibson. He's from the Lakeland area.
Oh, very nice. Now, this is a great topic. Trash talk.
Yes.
Are you pro or against trash talk?
When I'm on the field, I'm pretty friendly. So a lot of times when I'm going against the other offensive linemen, we talk about everything from what we're wearing to what we've had for pregame meals.
Right.
So
a nice little stutter step move there and out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
But we have a pretty good time. Now, it's time when offensive linemen can play a little dirty. So, yeah, it definitely
You don't say.
A lot of trash talk gets going on between me and those guys.
I equate that when you're playing baseball and you're playing catcher, sometimes the talk it's not always to be trash talking, just to get in the head of the other guy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you just tell them, hey, man, I had like the best enchiladas ever for pregame meal.
Yes.
If it was a guy like me, I'm thinking about enchiladas. I'm not necessarily thinking about getting off the ball.
Yes.
Saying. Now, maybe that's the trash talk of the future.
But I had another fact. Enchilada sounds magnificent right now.
We need to get a memo down to the concession stand that for the fall they need to bring in enchiladas.
Enchiladas. Not the prepackaged ones. Either.
No, that will not do. Gave him about 5 there for Lake Gibson. 4, we'll call it. Kenny gave me the evil eye. He said that was not 5. I said, okay, 4. Bring second down at 6. There is a running clock, folks, here in the second half. We're down to 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Lake Gibson driving. If you're wondering why so much time has gone off, that is why. Oh, a nice blitz up the middle. And they will get there for the sack.
Xander LeMay, yeah.
LeMay sack the quarterback.
The younger brother of Brett LeMay.
Oh, yes, very good. I really worked on my sack call last year. Are you familiar with the Lord of the Rings at all, Quentin? Do you know that?
I've not watched the Lord of the Rings. I'm not.
There's a famous scene in there where the wizard guy, it's not worth explaining. Anyway, there's a famous quote where he says, "You shall not pass," right? Mm-hmm. So I made that my sack call. So I'd be like, Big Quentin Foster gets through the line, he throws the quarterback down and says, "You shall not pass." That's pretty good, right?
I didn't do too much pass last year.
Here we go on the blitz again. Pass is caught. It won't result in much of a gain. It's going to be fourth down and 2. But if you ever did get back there, that would be what it sounded like. So it's going to be 4th down and 12 here for Lake Gibson as that pass play only gained about 1 yard.
As a defensive lineman, I'd like to propose a rule change to get rid of all chop blocks.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I hate them.
And that's just – it's cheap is what it is. It's cheap. It's
cheating.
Nasty.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Block me man on man.
I am anti-chop block, and I am pro-pork chop. I think that is
pork chop.
That is the way I feel about chops.
Gravy and rice, yes.
Oh, almost as good as enchiladas. Let's see when he's stopping here. And yes, it will be a stop on 4th down. Lake Gibson needed 11, picked up only about 7, and the Bulldog offense will take over with 37 seconds to go here